Hi, I'm Josiah.
And I'm Colin.
And this is Worth Watching.
All right, welcome back to another week of Worth Watching. We're gonna be reviewing Grudge Match. All right, you want to go? All right, so this week we're gonna be reviewing Grudge Match. That was a good hit.
You too. Alright, so the plot of this movie is pretty simple. It stars Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro, and both of them are these sort of older, washed-up boxers who both were huge champions in their day, and they only fought twice. And one of them won the one match, one won the other, and now they never got to have their grudge match because Sylvester Stallone quit
30
boxing.
years later.
Yeah, so this is 30 years later, and now they're going to have their grudge match.
Okay, so obviously this wasn't a highly anticipated movie, but
Right.
I got a lot of good laughs out of it. I really enjoyed a lot of the old throwback cliches, just a lot from the Rocky movies. I think a little bit from Raging Bull. I didn't notice as many, but just a lot of fun. You know, I had fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are trying to sort of both poke fun at and pay homage to sort of both the famous boxing movies that both of the main stars have been in.
Exactly.
And, you know, at times it works, at times it doesn't, but it was overall pretty fun.
It did. And some of the old people jokes in the, throughout the movie was kind of getting a little old.
Yeah, there's, I think this movie
overdid it.
Overdid it a little bit, definitely. And this movie's trailer made it look like it was going to be a very stupid but very funny movie.
Yeah.
And I regret to say most of the really funniest moments of the movie are in the trailer.
Yeah,
most of what you don't see in the trailer is a lot of sort of drama in the movie. The movie, I think, tried to be a little more serious and a little more heartfelt than it was really good for.
It really was. It was very oddly just put together. I didn't like that feeling.
And where like Las Vegas was mostly funny with some heartfelt drama, which I thought worked really well.
But they got it to work, actually.
This felt like it was mostly drama with some funny moments, and it really felt awkward and didn't work quite as well.
Yeah, one of the character, Razor, played by Sylvester Stallone, him and his, I think, was going to be his wife, had a little bit of a mix-up, and then never talked to each other, and 30 years later she kind of shows up, and there was a little bit of a love fling going on. That wasn't too bad, but it still felt just really kind of like, I felt like it was trying to pull off a Las Vegas.
Right. It in of itself worked, but it didn't really fit the movie very well.
No.
But that's not to say this movie doesn't have really funny moments in it. And one of the people who made it that way is Alan Arkin. This guy has been funny forever.
Yeah.
And he's still really funny. It's not his funniest thing he's ever done, but he brings some really great laughs into this movie. And his acting overall is good too.
Yeah, it is. And actually, John Bernthal, I really kind of enjoyed his performance.
Love him in The Walking Dead, and he's great in this too.
Yeah, and you mentioned something about how versatile actually he kind of is.
Yeah, I think, mostly I've seen him play sort of rough around the edges.
Sure, that rough, tough kind of punk kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Or people who are, you think are good guys and then end up being bad guys, or vice versa. And he's really just a good guy in this movie.
Yeah, very heartfelt.
He's a responsible dad, and he pulls off the role really well.
Does.
And I think it would have been really easy for him to kind of phone this role in, but he's in that part of his career, I think, where he's really still trying to make sure that he's giving his all to every role to prove himself. And I think he does that in this movie.
He did. Overall, I think what I can take from this movie is it's it was great for what it was worth. I really enjoyed the throwback cliches.
Yeah.
I got a really good kick out of that. It's probably the most entertaining part of the movie for me.
I think what this movie would be best for is essentially like if you've had a Rocky marathon, rent this on DVD, throw it on at the end of the movie while people are just standing around eating chips and drinking drinks and stuff.
And then everybody can get the jokes and the humor.
Exactly.
And stuff.
Don't
go out and buy it and consider it a collection that you're going to put in the movie.
Not at all. So what would you give the movie then on a scale of A through F overall?
It kind of danced a fine line on a low B, but I think I'm going to give it a C.
I'm also going to give it a C, a very high C right below a low B. I think it's still worth seeing if you really like Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro, if you really like boxing movies, if you want to see them boxed together.
If you watch the Rockies and you've seen all that stuff, you're going to get a good laugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't say go see it in theaters, rent it sometime. I enjoyed it though overall. I think it's a high C.
Yeah, it is.
All right, thanks for watching this episode of Worth Watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment below on what you thought of the movie, and subscribe if you want to see more.
Bye.
Bye.